how did we create the HR law compliance checklists and why didn't they previously exist? So, as you may or may not know, the most successful organizations in the world use checklists every single day. A checklist is simply a complete list of the specific tasks that make sure something is done right and nothing's forgotten. Sounds pretty important, right? Well, it is. Companies like Walmart, Amazon, Apple, Starbucks, nearly every successful business uses a checklist every day to make sure that specific tasks are completed and that things are done right. Checklists empower your people and business to get things done right. So, it's really interesting. For decades, HR has been expected to somehow magically follow over 1.5 million employment laws across every state, every city, every agency with absolutely no checklist. None, zero. No official guide to not getting sued, no planet Earth employment law handbook, no, hey, HR, here's where to start. And honestly, it's not that surprising when you really dig into it. So think about it. HR compliance is an uncomfortably enormous and constantly evolving target. Laws change constantly, like thousands of updates a year constantly. Every state does its own thing. Cities pile on their own rules. Agencies drop new regulations like confetti after the Super Bowl. So a complete, accurate, always up-to-date compliance checklist, it makes sense that it never really existed because creating one would require, step one would be grabbing every HR law in the US at a federal, state, and local level. You'd then have to hire a legal team, and you would need a team to read those laws for every location in the United States. Then that research team would have to sort those laws into two piles. Stack number one or pile number one are the laws that say you have to do certain things. Stack number two are the laws that are just informational or the don't do these things list, right? And then using that first stack, you'd then have to create policies, documents, agreements, trainings, procedures that were required by those federal, state, and local laws. And you'd have to find a way to keep those up to date. Oh, and then you'd also have to grab the over 3,000 posters and notices that you have to pick from, depending on where your employees are located, in order to share with them to be compliant with those laws as well. So you'd probably need a time machine to get it all done daily, and arguably divine intervention. No software company wanted that job. No law firm wanted that responsibility. And HR teams, they're too busy trying to keep the building from catching on fire. So that's why HR Law Made Easy had to exist. We were the first group and created the first platform that finally said, wait, why don't HR teams have a full checklist of exactly what laws they needed to follow in every state? A full checklist of all the things they have to do, every policy, document, agreement, notice, poster, training, procedure that shows exactly what tasks need to be done to get HR compliance right without missing anything. And also keep all of that information up to date daily. So instead of shrugging and walking away, we built it. It took years. A real HR law compliance checklist for every business of every size in every location in the US, complete and constantly updated. A checklist that tells you exactly what to do for every state that you employ people in. No more guessing, no more Googling, no more hoping your dusty handbook from 2019 still counts, no more calling a lawyer and hoping they've got the time to somehow find this information and get it right. No more, I think we're compliant, conversations that happen within the company. With HR Law Made Easy, you finally get something HR should have had all along, a single, unified, automated HR law compliance checklist kept up to date for your business in every state that you operate. Honestly, the only shocking part of all this is that it didn't exist sooner, but now it does, and HR will never go back. HR Law Made Easy, the checklist HR always needed, finally delivered.